What's up, y'all? This video, me and my buddy Brad have hiked back into a stream that I have fished every year since 2020. It's an amazing cutthroat fishery. Nothing but native fish. Exactly what you think about when you go out west and you're targeting native fish in their native environments, right? This is a free-flowing stream, not dammed. Super cool fishery. Like I said, I come back every single year. Wanted to bring my buddy because he's never been on it. 2020, I ran into another guy. His name's Tom. It's his favorite fishery as well. We keep in touch through email. And then, but all this time, we ran into something this trip that we had never seen before. Tom had never seen before. And it's super concerning. I'm going to show you what that is. So the day goes on. We're fishing. Just nothing but cutthroat, whitefish. I think there might be a couple bull trout in here, but they're all native to this fishery. Nothing concerning about that. Catching just nothing but great fish. Having a super day. It's just being awesome. So end of the day, we're back at camp, and my buddy Tom, he shows up. He's camped by a little bit down the road a little bit in another Forest Service campground. He knows where I camp. I know where he camps. So he shows up at our camp, and he starts asking us about the fishing, you know, where we're going to go tomorrow, how the day was. So we catch up on all that, catch up on all past history and whatnot. And then he asks a super serious question. He's like, did you guys catch any rainbows? I hadn't caught any, and Brad was like, oh, yeah, I caught one. Well, he didn't know that was kind of... That's not normal for this fishery. I had been here since 2020. Tom had been here over the last 15 years. Not once had either one of us caught a rainbow until this trip. Well, Tom gets to talking, and at some point in time, a Forest Service ranger stopped by his camp and asked him about the fishery and what they were seeing. And then there were some other campers that came in and fished, and he was talking to them. He lives out here for like 2 weeks. So he runs into a bunch of people. Anybody shows up on the stream, he goes and talks to. That's how I ended up meeting him. Well, he finds out, and then what he relayed to us was they're starting to catch rainbows in the stream. We're like, oh my God, dude, that sucks. You just don't want to see invasive fish in native fisheries. There's enough research now that like introducing brook trout, browns, rainbows outside of their natural native range is just detrimental to the native fishery. So this cutthroat fishery is I guess it kind of sucks to see it because I think this is probably the beginning of at least a mixing of fish. I think it's just a matter of time. I'm pretty sure I caught a cutbow on this trip, but I'm not 100% sure. But you know, it is what it is at this point. But I wanted to show you guys the video because it kind of sucks, and this is what happens. Now we talked to the Forest Service guy, or Tom did, and he told us, you know, the only thing they could do right now was just kill any of the rainbows you caught. So we dispatched a lot of those. Everyone we catch and we get in, we tried to. I don't necessarily think that is effective. I've talked about this several times on my channel. Once the invasives end up in your stream, it's almost impossible to get them out without poisoning the stream. The only thing I've ever seen, the only thing I've ever read that has an impact, and they do this a lot like in northern New Mexico with the Rios, they poison the stream and start over. It's just nearly impossible with all these little feeder streams, these little juvenile rainbows. They just migrate into all the different places. But we go ahead and we're dispatching all the rainbows as best we can. The problem I think we're gonna have is this stream was perfect at one point in time. It was just native fish. Now there's rainbows in it. I'm like 99% sure that I threw back a cut bow because I was just checking to see if they had the slash. And then when I turned it over, it kind of jiggled in my hand and like flew back in the water. But I'm pretty sure it was a part of rainbow on the side, which kind of sucks because that tells you that they're starting to mix. So anyway, the rest of the day we fished, and sure enough, we're catching rainbow after rainbow. I mean, it became one of those trips where like, we should have just brought something to keep all these fish.
Man,
we had
a bunch of whitefish and rainbows. We'd have a dinner tonight.
6-inch rainbows, some whitefish. I think Brad actually caught one that was like 16 inches. I caught one that was like 10 inches. It sucks to see because this fishery at one time was perfect.
For the fish.
So anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Kind of sucks to see this because it's a great fishery. And I don't know that it's going to be like that anymore. Cutbows are fun. I just prefer to see natives in their native environment. So anyway, appreciate you watching the video. That's pretty much all I had.